Top 10 ranking or dream playlist? You decide. Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 the 1975 songs.
Can't get enough music in your life? Then be sure to head over to Mojo Travels to see some great ways to satisfy both your inner audiophile and your wanderlust with our list of the top 10 music festivals around the world worth traveling to. Click the link below.
For this list, we'll be looking at the best, catchiest, most heartfelt and memorable songs recorded and released by Manchester band The 1975. Number 10, Pressure, The 1975. The 15th and second to last track from the band's 2013 self-titled debut full-length album, Pressure begins with some rather spacey ambient notes before the instrumental groove kicks in. In terms of tempo, this is a rather easy listening song, sitting squarely in the middle of the band's spectrum of musical energy. What makes this song so unique is that it manages to be emotional and reflective while simultaneously delivering the sort of instrumentation that you can't help but nod your head to. On an album jam-packed with standout hits, it can easily get lost, but it really shouldn't be overlooked. Pressure has got soul. Number 9, Sex. Sex. Speaking of hits that are hard to ignore, how about this powerful track?
And this is how it starts.
Sex was first released as part of a 2012 EP by the same name, and it went on to chart in both the UK and United States. It sees the band flexing a more obvious rock sound than usual, one which really forced listeners to sit up and pay attention. The guitar drives the song forward, while the heartfelt vocal delivery from Matty Healy is classic 1975. The band and record execs clearly liked the song as much as we did, because it was re-recorded and included in their 2013 debut full length. When forced to decide, however, we tend to prefer the original. Number 8, She Way Out, the 1975. From the very first guitar lick, you're drawn in, while the clicks of the drumstick tease more to come. Once again, it's the distinct vocal stylings of Healy that really hook the listener, guaranteeing that by the time the other instruments really join the party, you're already dancing along. We could have fallen in love with She Way Out even if we didn't understand the lyrics, but there's an entire extra layer of pleasure to be derived from the song when you pay attention to the words. This is a celebration of a girl who's dancing like no one is watching. Number 7, A Change of Heart. I like it when you sleep, for you are so beautiful, yet so unaware of it. The fourth track from the band's second full length, A Change of Heart, is a testament to the 1975's mastery over the retro sound.
I wasn't told you'd be this cold.
Dripping with 80s synth and supported by a simple but incredibly tight-sounding drum beat, the song carries you on a nostalgic and heartfelt journey out of love rather than into it. Lyrically, it's an exploration of how we grow distant from someone we once loved. A romantic perspective that isn't offered up by nearly enough popular songs.
I've been so worried about you lately.
Not everyone who just got out of a relationship is pining for their ex, and in this unique ballad, Healy gets that.
You're worth it, but you're losing it.
Number 6, Settle Down, the 1975. Featuring that infectious trademark 1975 groove, Settle Down is a perfect song for selling friends on the band. It's just so damn catchy. The verse melody could have easily served as chorus in a song by a lesser band, but this is the 1975 we're talking about. so naturally, they take it to wonderful new places. The densely layered instrumentation makes for a tapestry of wonderfully memorable progressions. Guitar, keys, bass, they're all pulling their weight, while George Daniels dances around on drums, adding in delightfully subtle but detailed fills. Of course, it's Matt Healy who once again steals the show. Number 5, Girls, the 1975. Girls, they tend to come up a lot in the lyrics of the 1975. In this hit single, arguably one of the band's poppiest songs to date, the boys lean heavily into a sound reminiscent of earlier Michael Jackson while dissecting the intensity, expectations, and inflated stakes of youthful romance. Healy is quick with his words without ever abandoning the melody, maneuvering amidst the quick and punchy drum beats and wonderfully choppy guitar work. Of course, the video certainly adds to the appeal.
We're not a pop band, and it feels like a really pop video. The whole scenario is not really what we're about.
It kicks off with the band complaining about the direction of the video before launching into a parody of the scantily clad women in rock videos trope. Number 4, Somebody Else. I like it when you sleep, for you are so beautiful, yet so unaware of it. Peaking at number 5 on the US Alternative Song Chart, and 55 in the UK, and appearing on multiple end-of-year lists, Somebody Else certainly made an impression when it was released as the album's third single. Again exploring the complications of love, Somebody Else will surely resonate with anyone who's had to witness an old flame with somebody new, stirring up feelings of jealousy you didn't know you even had. Spacey, ambient, yet still boasting a remarkable energy to it, this is a song tailor-made for late-night solitary drives. Number 3, Chocolate, the 1975. This is arguably the song that started it all, and years after its release, it's still got just as much replay value as the first time we heard it. The first single from the band's debut album, and their first to receive significant airplay, Chocolate is the 1975 in a nutshell. It's a beat, absurdly catchy, easy to sing along, and instrumentally nuanced without ever seeming contrived or overproduced. It's a fun track, and yet, it's somehow subtly coloured with melancholy and stubborn sadness. It's a magical little musical concoction, and one that never gets old. Number 2, Robbers, the 1975. If we were ranking the 1975's music videos, this one might be number 1, because it plays out like an absolutely beautiful short film about young love and chaos. As great as the video is though, this song stands on its own 2 feet, requiring no visual aid to make a lasting impression. Healy is in fine form, imbuing every syllable with the utmost emotion. Musically, it is superficially sparse, but there's a repeating, almost organ-like drone that carries throughout most of the song that wonderfully matches the lyrical content, the white noise of toxicity within a relationship. Moving and memorable, Robbers is a modern classic. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honourable mentions.
I said I'll fall in love with the moment. She said I got a lot to learn. When I said I like to better with all my money, I lied. It took a little while to recognize that
Number 1. The Sound. I like it when you sleep, for you are so beautiful, yet so unaware of it. The 1975 is a lot of things, but first and foremost, they are a band that knows how to make a listener want to dance. And nowhere do they do that better than with this impossibly catchy track. Released as the 4th single of their sophomore album, The Sound is bright, shiny, funky, and oh so very danceable. There isn't so much as an ounce of self-consciousness in this track, and that feel-good attitude which has saturated every keystone, bass drum hit, and note will travel through your ears and straight to your heart. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo UK and subscribe for more great content.